Somebody said all men do is lie. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tyler and you are watching The Life of Ty. Alright, so as promised in the last video, I'm just gonna have a little girl talk on the truth about high school, and I'm just gonna let y'all know my experience on high school. And as I mentioned last video, I am a 2020 graduate, so I've went through 4 years of high school, which means I know a little something about high school at this point. Like I think I'm very well equipped to give advice. And as y'all can see, I already got the drip on today. Certified. Drip on 100. Y'all hoes hate drip on. I'm already certified. Like, I'm certified. But anyways, we're gonna go on ahead and get into the video. And the first topic that I want to talk about when it comes to high school is friendships. So I don't know if y'all hear this a lot, but typically when you do get to high school, the people that you're friends with freshman year, you're most likely not gonna have those same exact friends from freshman year all the way to senior year. There's a couple of people that do end up having the same exact friends, and props to you, but majority of the people lose friends at some point during high school. But when you start to get older, you start to grow and you start to learn more about yourself, so you're going to outgrow people. That's a part of life. And another thing about friends in high school, don't trust everybody you meet. Don't trust, and don't trust. Sorry to tell you, but you don't know these people. Like, coming in freshman year, at least for the first couple of weeks that you're there, I feel like you need to feel out how people are before you start getting too comfortable and telling everybody your business. You're coming into a new environment with all these new people. You don't know how they act. You don't know who's friends with who yet. So you gotta feel out the scene. That's my advice with friends. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Some people like to clout chase. Some people like to be in the mix, so they like start to switch up how they act just so they can like fit in, type of thing. So that's part of the reason why people stop being friends. And me personally, I'd rather have 2 friends than have a bunch of acquaintances, you know. From my experience with friends, I mean, like I said, I just outgrew people. Like, I mean, on my part, there is no beef. It's just simply we're just not friends anymore, and I feel like that just happens a lot. But there is a couple of people that do take like you not being friends the wrong way. But for me personally, if I was friends with somebody and we're not friends to this day, I have no beef. I have no problem. Like, it's just we're just not friends. Like, that's just the case. Like, sorry, not sorry. Clap it up for a real G right quick. What? Big tip, big tip, when you go into high school as a freshman, I suggest you go to like as many like tours as you can. Go to orientation, like, just to get a feel of the school. I don't know about anybody else, but for me personally, I like to tour the school that I'm going to, so I feel more comfortable first day, so I know like where I'm going and I get a feel, so it's not like too crazy of a environment when I get there the first day, you know what I'm saying? And then like orientation, you can like make a couple of friends. I didn't make any friends at orientation. I think I was just too nervous and I was too focused on trying to like learn the school to be like making friends. The next topic is relationships. Before you even get in one, take the advice that I gave in the beginning, and it's read the room and make sure before you start getting involved with people and before you start giving everybody your all, emotionally, physically, all of that, make sure you know who you're messing with before you do that, because you're gonna end up looking sick. I feel like with everything that you do in life, you do have to exercise some type of caution. So don't just try to jump into a relationship the second you touch down in high school, because like, you don't know these people. Like, make sure you know who you messing with. And like, as for freshmen, don't mess with a senior. I'm not saying all seniors are bad, but you gotta kind of realize that these people are about to move into college and they're about to see a whole new group of people, be in a whole new environment. So put 2 and 2 together. I mean, they about to move on. This isn't every case scenario. I'm just saying from what I see, some seniors don't have good intentions because they know that if they do start something with the freshmen, they're not going to see you often because you guys are both going to different schools, and colleges are like majority of the time a far distance away from the high school. It should just use your head. Another thing with relationship, keep your relationship private. I'm sorry, but in my opinion, I'm tired of scrolling down my timeline seeing everybody business and what y'all got going on in your relationship. I'm sorry, I don't think nobody want to see that, and I don't think that's nobody's business but you and your significant other. So keep your relationship private. And another thing with that too is in high school there's people that like to instigate, and I'm pretty sure if you ask somebody in high school, they know someone or they themselves have been in a situation where outside people have messed up their relationship. People do like to put their little 2 cents into your relationship. Do not be that couple that is in the hallways. You know what I'm talking about. Don't be that couple that's always in the hallways doing all of that. Take that to go in the corner somewhere, like, and it's always that one couple that always want to kiss in the middle of the hallway so everybody could see them. Like, just vibe. Like, we just trying to go to class. We're just trying to go to class. Like, don't nobody want to see that. Don't nobody need to know what y'all got going on. Like, can I walk to class in peace, please? Another thing with relationships is just do what you're comfortable doing. Don't fall into peer pressure. Don't fall into pressure from your significant other. And in all honesty, you shouldn't be doing anything in a relationship on both sides that you're not comfortable with. So I feel like because your significant other is pressuring you to do something, you shouldn't feel like you have to do it. And that's just that. If you don't want to do something, don't do it. Like, don't be like, oh, all my friends doing this, I should do it too. Like, no. Like, even just looking on YouTube itself, when you watch a lot of people's stories on like losing their virginity and stuff, majority of the people be like, yeah, I could have waited. Live life with no regrets, right? So don't do something that you don't want to do, so at the end of the day you don't regret it. I mean, hello. Rule number 1, let me tell you cardinal rule when you're in relationships: match energy. Match people's energy. If you match people's energy, I guarantee you won't get played. Let me stop. I'm joking, because I mean, this is not scientifically proven, but literally match people's energy. Because listen, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I was looking sick at least like one time during high school because I wasn't matching energy. I was looking sick. You need to match energy. If that, I'm telling you right now, if you gotta text that person first all the time, if you always gotta call that person, if every time you see them in the hallway you gotta come up to them first, let that man go. Let it go. If the person that you're trying to pursue right now isn't working, you're gonna find somebody later on. So don't be like, don't do too much, because there's always gonna be somebody else, you know. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Back to the match of energy. That's how people get played, and that's how people play people, because if they see you constantly like giving them your all, people like to take advantage of that. And the best way to protect your feelings and to protect yourself is to match their energy. Because if you start telling somebody, oh my gosh, I like you, and then at the end of the day they don't like you, like, you're gonna look sick. With relationships in high school, it's kind of hard to give advice, because I feel like some stuff you just have to learn yourself. No matter what advice somebody's gonna give you, no matter what people tell you, feelings are feelings at the end of the day. So you're going to do what your heart wants. Some stuff you do just have to learn through the experience, and you just have to live it to learn it. Yeah, if y'all want a more detailed video on like relationships and stuff, let me know in the comments, because I'll go into more detail. But I'm gonna move on to the next topic. All right, next topic of conversation is drama. What can I say? Okay, the thing with drama in high school is majority of the people that you meet, they just want to argue. Just plain and simple. People like to argue, people like to go back and forth, but like fighting wise, that's not really going to be the ending point of drama, like majority of the time. The amount of drama that happens in high school and the amount of fights that happen in high school is not equal at all. People be a lot of barking and no bite, like that's just high school. Another thing with drama is there's a lot of instigating. There's a lot. And this is why I'm saying there's all bark and no bite. Half the time the beef be getting dragged on by outside sources, and that's exactly why it doesn't end in fight, because half the time the pressure don't even be coming from the people that's going back and forth. It be coming from like people that's watching. I've seen this plenty of times and I can attest to this because it happened to me. Like, girl, you'll have people dragging that thing on for months. People like to twist words to get a reaction out of people. I don't know what people think this is. This isn't a movie. This is not World Star. Like, I don't know what y'all thought y'all was doing, but like, just vibe. Honestly though, my biggest suggestion for drama is go to the person yourself. Listen, you didn't hear it from me, because if y'all start getting in fights, this don't got nothing to do with me, but I'm just saying I suggest you go to the person yourself, because people do like the gas situation. So if you just go to the person yourself, guarantee that will solve the problem in 2 seconds. But like I said, you didn't hear it from me, because I'm not, but I have nobody be like, girl, I got in a fight the other day because you didn't hear it from me. All right, we're gonna get into parties in high school. 100% recommend going to homecoming. Go to homecoming. Go to homecoming. Go to prom. Homecoming is so fun. You start to see how people really cut up when they at a party. Like, it's fun. Like, it's just so fun. And you get to dress up, you get to see all your friends. Like, I 100% recommend going to homecoming. You don't have to go every single year, but make a point to go to homecoming at least 1 year, because it's really fun. If it's your freshman year, not a lot of freshmen go, so you might not know a lot of people, so it's gonna be weird if you go your freshman year. But like 10th grade, junior, senior year, you gotta go to homecoming. The vibe is different. Okay, and now parties that are not school associated. I wish I went to more parties. I literally only went to 1 party my whole high school career. Like, that's lame. And it was freshman year. Like, that's just really lame, but it's whatever. It just depends on the type of person you are, but I like parties, I like dancing, I like listening to music, I like all of that. So I recommend going to parties. Go to those parties because you want to make memories with these people before you're not with these people anymore. All right, so that's all the advice that I wanted to give. So I decided to go on my Instagram and ask a couple of my followers to just drop some advice for freshmen, because sometimes it's nice to hear other people's opinion. One person said, you're gonna cry every night, just accept it. That's kind of facts. I don't know about the crying part, but like, high school is stressful, like with the workload that they do give you depending on what school you go to. So yeah, you will be stressed, especially junior and senior year. Another person said that senior don't love you, sis, and like I said earlier, that's fact. There is not that many seniors out there that's really trying to make a relationship with a freshman. Another person said, don't speed to class, you have time, I promise. Every year there's like always a line of like freshmen, and I already know they're freshmen because they're like lined up outside their class during bell change. We have 10 minutes during bell change. That's a lot of time. I've seen people make it across the campus in like 2 minutes. Like, you're straight. Somebody said all men do is lie. Somebody said don't compare yourself to others, and I actually really like that one, because everybody is beautiful, everybody is pretty. So I feel like, why compare yourself to somebody else when you're pretty yourself? You know what I'm saying? A couple of people said stuff that was kind of like related with each other. Somebody had said prioritize your studies, and somebody said don't mess up any of your years and join a club. And that's big tip, because when you start to sign up for scholarships and when you start to apply to colleges, they're looking for a club, or they're looking for service hours. That is the biggest thing. Do service hour anything. Like, I know schools offer a lot of service hour opportunities. Any opportunity you can take to get service hours, get them, because for my school you need like 40 service hours in order to graduate. So make sure that you get those service hours. And like I said, scholarships and colleges look for service hours, so please get service hours and join a club. Somebody said count your days, and seriously, especially when you get to senior, you are counting down the days. Like, you're trying to get up out of there and go. And the last thing, somebody said do your work, don't make friends. Half of those people are gonna be snakes, so just do you. And that's kind of what I was saying before. People like to be with the in crowd, people like to instigate, people like to look out for themselves. So just make sure that you're prioritizing yourself. Make sure that you don't compromise your happiness in order to be friends with people. Make sure you don't be fake in order to be friends with people. So pretty much that is it for this video. If you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, or whatever the case may be, and you want something more like personalized towards your grade, or if you just want a part 2 on this, make sure to comment that down below. That is going to be all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said last video, stay tuned because I do upload on Saturdays. I will see you guys next week. Bye.